What is good, everybody? This is WhiteBoy 543. Come back at you with yet another episode of Deep Inside WhiteBoy. We still got Sam in the call with us. Today's deep discussion that we're going to be talking about is, to what extent do you shape your own destiny, and how much is it down to fate? So we basically were just going through the list of things we have, and we're thinking about which one we were going to choose, and this is the one that we agreed upon doing. So Sam has a more general idea of what he thinks, so I'm gonna let him go first on this one.
Well, I believe, because to me it doesn't make sense that we do our own thing, we shape everything by ourselves. I think that everything in the universe from the very beginning, whenever it started, already had like a set path, and we follow that path, and everything is just, every decision we make was predetermined to happen, rather than when people go out and say like, I'm making my own destiny. It's really that the universe, or whatever you want to say, had you on that path from the start. It was gonna happen.
So are you thinking like kind of as because mine was from like a religious standpoint. My point of view is the same as Sam's, but is yours coming from like a religious standpoint? That God has set down a path for us to venture upon.
No, just the universe is set on a path. Like, things are just going to happen.
And so like well, I guess I'm thinking about it a little simplistically, but so is it fate that I will stay fat, or do I have a choice in the matter? Like basically, like, I guess what I'm getting from this question is there like really true freedom, or is it all just predetermined? You're gonna end up doing this no matter what decisions you make.
Well, okay, to the fat thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you could be fat,
mm-hmm.
but if you were to ever try to be skinny, that would be your the preset path that you were gonna do that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not not fate. What was the other one again?
Destiny.
You yourself choosing.
Mm-hmm.
It was already going to happen.
So like the choice has already been made even before you make it.
The choice in there is just there. Whatever it was the path that was going to be taken.
So basically, there's nothing. So like I said, what I'm getting from this is kind of like there's really no true, freedom. We're all destined, or we're all deterred. Fate has drawn our life already, and no matter what decision we make, we're still going that down the path that has been set forth.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Basically,
sorry, I was trying to throw my phone on my bed and it didn't work. Fuck it. So yeah, I do believe the same that Sam does, but mine, as I said earlier, comes from a religious standpoint that, I believe, when God created man, or created each man, I should say, that we are predestined to, go down a certain path. It kind of sucks at the same time, though, because, from the Christian standpoint, that kind of means you're some people are really just destined to fucking go to hell, and for me that kind of scares me. And I know this is kind of going off topic, but that's the only thing I can think of right now. Is just like, damn, like, am I destined to fail? Am I destined to end up in the bowels of hell, or am I destined for like a greater purpose, or am I destined to go to heaven, or to do something great? And I don't know, fate and destiny, that shit right there. I don't know if Sam caught it, but before we started it, I was kind of hesitant on it, because it's just like, for me, like, it's just, there's so many unknowns to destiny or fate, whether and the same with religion, there's a lot of ifs, or questions that haven't been answered. So for me, it's like, I guess just based on faith, I would have to say, I do believe that my path is predetermined. I'm gonna end up somewhere, and no matter what I do, it'll already be in the master plan, or the grand scheme of things, I guess. Which honestly is fucking terrifying. Like, I don't know if it's scary for Sam or not, but for me, like, I kind of, because at least here in the U.S., we're quote unquote the land of freedom and liberty. And it's just like, is there really freedom? Like, is freedom a real thing? Like, if we're already predestined to do, certain things to become a certain thing or certain person, does that kind of negates freedom? Like it kind of makes
Well,
it
you're
where
still Here's the thing, though. Like, you had that choice, right? But
Yeah.
it's not like it's really hard to explain. That's
Like that's what my mind. I'm just like, oh, I don't understand. Like I don't know because like I don't know.
You're free to make the choice,
Yes,
but the choice
you make is already predetermined.
basically yes. But in the end, like, it will have been your choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It's that's where that's
That's
fine,
the
gray
freak-
fucking line. It's like that fine line. Yes, God, back to the religious standpoint. God did say that He gave man the freedom of choice. But if God knows what choice we're going to make, then we're not really free to make a choice because it's already been set in stone that we're going to make said choice. So I don't know. I mean, it's a very, very, I guess, philosophical thing to contemplate. And I don't know. I mean, I do believe that we are destined to do, there is a grand scheme of things. There is, sorry, I got something in my eye. There is something that, God has a plan for us, or the universe, as Sam put it. We do have a destined path that we're going to go down, no matter fucking what. But I guess for me, that's scary thinking that.
It's like in all those like in fantasy shit where they have this like let's say this story told to them or whatever, some shit. I forget what it's called, but it tells them this is what's gonna happen. And sure, like in like the story, like other stuff happens. They have to get to that point, and when they do get to that point, they realize, yeah, this was the destiny.
Are you talking about like a prophecy kind of thing?
Prophecy. That's the word.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was like. Is it prophecy? Thinking about prophecy?
Everything that like that destiny, all that had happened in that was predetermined. It was going to happen because when you realize you pull apart the not fantasy. God damn it, what's it called again?
Prophecy.
Prophecy in that story, everything happened. It was all predetermined that was going to happen, which is kind of how I look at things. I know not everybody has a prophecy to go off of in their life, but stuff like that is.
I wish everyone knew though. Like that would be like, and I guess that's kind of like the faulty of being human. Like back to the Christian faith. That was the reason why we got screwed over. That's why our ancestors Adam and Eve got screwed over, is because they seeked the forbidden knowledge. Fucking assholes. Like our lives would have been so much easier had they not fucked up. But yeah, I guess that would, unless you have something else you wanna.
Did you mean that you would want to know your
yeah, like
your quote-unquote
like
prophecy of life?
Like my prophecy of life, like where, like I guess this is the kind of the concept of knowing my future. Like there's a part of me that wants to know that, but if it's bad, I don't. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like if that happened to everyone, like there's a chance that someone would get something really depressing.
Yeah, like I could end up, like at 30 killing myself, and I don't want to know that, because then like that's fucked up. But I guess at the same time, I would want to know, where my destiny lies. And okay, well I guess where do you think yours lay, whatever the fuck right word would be for that.
Like for my whole life.
Yeah, like where do you think, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, do you think you're destined for greater things?
I think I'm destined for averageness.
Averageness?
Yep.
Okay, what do you hope for then?
Oh, I hope for greatness.
For me, I guess sounds kind of conceited, but I do believe that I am destined for maybe not greatness, but goodness, I guess, if that's a word we can use here. I do believe that I am going to help the masses, because that's kind of what I want to do. When I guess Let's Plays and stuff like that can't be necessarily interpreted in that way, but like with this kind of stuff, with vlogs and stuff like that, getting more personal with my audience and everything like that, and our community's audience as well. I hope to I guess touch people's lives, like it honestly, like if someone actually like truly, like not just just to say it, but actually truly meant it. If someone like messaged me or something like that on Twitter, or commented on a video and said that I had changed their lives, I would cry like a fucking girl, dude. Like that would I could just, like, I'm thinking about it right now. I'm just like, Like that's what I want. I want to have that effect on people, and I hope to have that effect on people. Because I think that would be that's I think that's the most satisfying thing ever to say, to know that you've literally changed people's lives. And I guess that's what I hope for. So, of course, what do you guys think? Do you think we are predestined to, follow a certain path, or, are we have the ability to shape our own future? As well as is what do you think? Do you think you're destined for greatness, or do you honestly think you're just, as Sam said, destined for averageness? Is that even a word?
Which I think is like the majority of people.
Yeah.
Like we have 7 billion people on the planet or more. I don't know what the fuck it is at this point. Not all of us can be,
Okay, well, okay, so do you think you're gonna be like a CEO, or are you gonna be working at McDonald's? Like.
Okay, well, probably on the closer to the McDonald's area.
Yeah, that's why I honestly, I guess deep down I do believe that may be something that may happen. I'm just praying and crossing my fingers that shit doesn't happen. So yeah, as I said, what are your guys' thoughts on it? Do you guys think we're predestined to, go down a certain path, or do you think we have the ability to shape our own future? And, regardless of which, I guess if you think we're on a predestined path, do you think you're on the path for greatness, or just kind of average? I'd love to know what you guys think. As well as if you guys have any, deep thoughts or deep questions, philosophical questions you guys want us to answer, put it in the comment section down below and we can definitely answer it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you guys enjoyed it. Share it on Facebook and Twitter and Google+. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to the community channel, because we're going to be posting more content. Me and Sam are probably going to try to get this to be a weekly series. Weekly, if not bi-weekly. So yeah, guys, we'll catch you guys in the next one.